Good day, everyone. This is grade 12 Life Science paper 2, Evolution. So 3.5, the diagram below represents the pelvic structure of the ventral view of the skull of the three organisms. The diagrams are drawn to scale. Okay, so then our 3.5.1a. Write down the letters of the diagrams that represents the skull of bipedal organisms, right? So it is X and Z, right? A bipedal, it is X and Z. Good. And then now B, pelvic structure of quadrupedal organism. Therefore now it is C, right? Quadrupedal, it is C. Therefore that's the pelvic structure. Therefore now it is C. Therefore now 3.5.2, give reason for your answer in question 3.5.1b, right? Why am I saying this? It is what? It is a pelvic structure of a quadrupedal organism. Therefore now it is because the pelvis, it is long, right? The pelvis is, it is long, and also it is because it is narrow. It is long and what? And narrow. It is long and narrow. It is long and what? And narrow. Very good. Therefore now 3.5.3. Describe one other structural difference between a bipedal and a quadrupedal. The difference between a bipedal and a quadrupedal. So then now we can say it is the spine, right? The spine. Oh, sorry. So the spine, it is the structure, right? The spine of a bipedal and a quadrupedal is not the same. Therefore, now the spine, it is C-shaped for bipedal. It is what? It is C-shaped. It is C-shaped. Sorry, it is C-shaped for what? For bipedal. For pedal, and we can, it is S for bipedal. Sorry, for bipedal it is S, right? So if we go and take a look at bipedal, I said it is X and Z, right? So then now it is S shaped, right? It is S-shaped. But now for quadrupedal, it is C-shaped. For quadrupedal, the spine, it is what? It is C-shaped. Their spine, it is C-shaped. Good. The next question. 2.7, the table contains diagram representing the body parts of different primate species. So then now 2.7.1, which diagram represents the pelvis of a bipedal organism? It is C, right? Bipedal. Good. Therefore now 2.7.2, give one reason for your answer. The pelvis is short and wide, right? The pelvis is short. It is short and wide. Good. That's for what? For bipedal organism. It is short and wide. Very good. Therefore now 2.7.3, what type of grip is responsible due to the structure of body part F? So then now it is what we call a power grip, right? A power grip, or one can say it is a precision, right? Precision. Very good. Therefore now 2.7.4, give all letters of the body parts that belong to a chimpanzee. We all know a chimpanzee, right? So A, it belongs to a chimpanzee, right? D, this is the head of a chimpanzee. Therefore now E, this is a pelvis of a chimpanzee. Therefore now A, D, and E. Very good. Therefore now let's go to 2.7.5. Describe one difference between the teeth of organism B and the teeth of organism D. B and D. So the difference is that organism B has small canines, right? It has small canines. B has small canines. These are the front teeth. The front teeth are what we call canines. Therefore now, but D has large what? Canines. D has what? Has large canines, right? We can also say B has no diastema, right? But D has diastema. But we can take these two. It's fine. Therefore, now let's go to the next question. Right, so 2.4, study the diagrams below showing structures of different organisms. So 2.4.1, which diagram represents a structure that is analogous to the structure in diagram 4? Analogous. So it is what? It is diagram 1, right? Diagram 1. Therefore now 2.4.2. Write down the numbers of two organisms that represent the homologous structure. It is 2 and 3, right? They are homologous. Good. Therefore, now it is diagram 2 and diagram 3, right? Or one can also say it is 2 and 4, diagram 2 and 4. Or one can also say it is 3 and 4. They are homologous, right? Good. Therefore, now let's continue to 2.4.3. What information do analogous and homologous structures provide about evolution? Let's start with analogous. So analogous, it shows that two organisms evolved independently from each other, right? It shows that two organisms evolved independently from what? From each other. That's analogous. But now when we are talking about homologous, right? So for homologous, we can say it shows that two organisms have a common ancestor, right? It shows that two organisms have what we call a common ancestor. Very good. Therefore now remember 2.4.1 they said which diagrams represent the structure that is analogous to diagram 4, and we said it is 1. So in other words, we're trying to say that it shows that the two organisms evolved independently from one another, right? But now 2.4.2 represents the two organisms that are homologous structure, and we say it is 2 and 3. We can see that there's a high chance or high possibility that diagram 2 and diagram 3 have a common ancestor, that they've evolved from a common ancestor. Very good. So then now if you want a full detailed tutoring on life science, mathematics and physical science, please don't hesitate to WhatsApp or call the number on the description below. Thank you for watching.